Solomon Island is haunted by both the present and the past. Stand on the edge of the world and watch the light from the lighthouse sweep across this savage coast, across those dead amusement park rides and that creepy academy, past the abandoned motel, into those pitch-black backwoods, and you'll start to understand that Solomon Island was haunted from the very beginning, a place touched by evil. There was always darkness here, thick as a fog. It was in every crack, in the closets and closed drawers, behind drawn curtains, and in shallow graves. No one spoke about it. You didn't mention the murders, the odd sightings, the things in the sea, the lights in the sky, the nightmares, the whispers. It just wasn't done. It was our dirty secret, our curse to carry, until now. Our secrets are laid bare to strangers, to the world, and evil is coming home to roost.
All right, so this was a location video about Solomon Island, which is where this dungeon is linked to. And when we jump into the game, which we'll jump right into the live game now, as you can see, we have a team of guys playing at the back of the room here, playing the game live. And cross your fingers, everything always goes well when you do live demos. So this is Solomon Island. This is one of the areas in Solomon Island, and the Drow are invading. These are these creatures that you see here. And they're continually coming out of the ocean. They're invading this area. And the player has been fighting and struggling against these guys for a while, looking for sort of some of the basis of where they came from, how they got here, what they're doing here. And the players have just found a big part of the puzzle. So this is a camp belonging to a corporation called the Orochi Group. The Orochi Group have a very hands-off approach to what's happening in this area. They're there observing. They're taking notes. They're not actually interfering with anything, and they're not helping the people who are trapped on this island. But they're not adverse to using the player for their own ends. So we're going to show you one of the missions now.
Miss Radcliffe and I have been vigorously debating our non-interventionist policy in the area.
I was on the debate team in high school.
There may be a window for us to take direct action. Well, not us as much as you.
A cargo ship ran aground on one of the coastal islands. We have it on satellite time-lapse, coming in at the head of the Biocult fog. That's how the creatures got here. Like a mutant cruise liner. The Love Boat with a vengeance. Sorry. Protocol is to wait for our raid teams to be deployed, or our pilot could airlift you now.
In such a scenario, I should mention that similar cargo ships could have been used to transport material from our sister corporations within the group. That's not a confirmation.
But someone like you could probably find a use for that material. A good use, if it was there. Which I guess I'm not telling you it is. That's how this works, right?
Quite. One more detail. I need you to sign this release form, agreeing that the group cannot be held accountable for any personal injury resulting from, but not limited to...
Sir.
It's for their own good. It's for your own good.
Right. Please keep in mind that this game is still in development, and these guys probably need some dental work, but we'll make that happen. Don't worry about that. So the player has just received a mission, and the first objective is to locate this map on the hood of this car. When the player picks this up, you can see a tactical topographical map over this island where the player is asked to go and investigate what has happened. And the Orochi Corporations has pointed out a few points of interest, and this information will be very handy for the players later on. Right now, we're going to venture forth to the wreck of the Polaris. And since we're a game in modern day and time, we travel in style with kick-ass helicopters.
Alright, so I'm sure some of you are familiar with our former games, Age of Conan and Anarchy Online. We have always had a reputation for fantastic graphics in our MMOs, and with the Secret World we're raising that bar even higher. So with our new version of the Dreamworld technology, as you can see when we arrive at the island, we have these amazing environments we can create using our fantastic engine. And indeed, we try to root everything that we design here, every part of the world design, in the modern day setting. So we've got the helicopters, and we have lights. We have the lighthouse up on the hill. You can see it up there, and it's just amazing.
Connection established to road control. Running real-time situation analysis.
So in addition to the fact that, you know, it's a modern day setting visually, it's also important to remember that we can communicate as we would in the modern day. So players will receive information updates from the Orochi guy flying around in the helicopter as they play through. They'll receive information over the radio, they can receive it on cell phones, things like that.